The back pain has actually got worse with driving. I was having pain when I was getting up and I was lying down. That actually led to some sciatica as well. It has affected me a lot of ways, mentally and physically, for the exercise that I did. The first time I did it, it actually gave me some really on my lower back. It was the relief that I have felt like nothing before. Even just by learning how to breathe properly, just gave me some sense and gave me this more energy.
First thing first. So why don't you tell us a little more about yourself, what you do, where you're at, how old are you, and how long you've been dealing with, this chronic lower back problem?
So I'm turning 33 this year. I'm working as a support worker in Australia, and I work with clients to not as in much of a professional way, but just to as a caring worker. So I remind them of taking the medications. I take them to the other places for visiting, and also help with their making foods or just like in general chores and everything. I drive a lot. So for past 3 to 4 years, the back pain has actually got worse with driving because I was in a posture where I was just sitting down a lot for most of the days. I used to walk a lot before that. After changing this routine in a way, made it even worse so that, I was getting up, having pain when I was getting up, and I used to have pain when I was lying down for some time. And that actually led to some sciatica as well, also having some problems with difficulty breathing.
What would you say your worst moment before you joined this program?
The worst moment is that I try to go to the gym and I used to do this just walking exercise with the inclines on. And after that, normally when you're up, after the exercise, you let out your sweats and you feel kind of refreshed and you feel this kind of like a motivating energy after your exercise. But instead, I was actually feeling a lot more worse. So I wasn't able to breathe properly. And also I was having a bad pain in my lower back. And also I had some pains in my front leg as well. I've tried it quite a few times, but it all ended up in the same result. So, and I think that was the worst moment I've ever had. It has affected me a lot of ways, mentally and physically, both.
Yeah, and on a scale of 1 to 10, would you say your pain level back in the days?
Back in the days, it was generally 7 to 8, I would say. Yeah,
What about right now?
one. Yeah, or maybe if it gets worse too. But since now I'm able to adjust the postures and with the breathing mechanisms, it's not like I need a fancy exercise to, make myself in a better position. It was just that those little exercises that actually helped me to kind of be more conscious of how I'm doing. For example, I used to stand on my back heel a lot. If I wasn't focusing, then I would, feel like I was going to fall backwards. Now I know that, I'm feeling when I'm actually on my back heel, I need to kind of adjust it to, shift that weight into the mid heel.
That's good. And so, and just out of curiosity too, so can you tell the
Mhm.
viewers like how long you've been dealing with this chronic lower back pain?
I would say about 10 years. Yeah. I mean, I had some pains back when I was in high school and in my early 20s, but that was just those pains were kind of like momentary. So it was just on and off and on and off. But it wasn't as really that bad, or it wasn't really bad that I was kind of like feeling that, oh, I'm having a really bad lower back pain. But it all started after driving a lot and also where I was sitting down a lot. So yeah, I would say definitely about 10 years, yeah.
And throughout those 10 years, have you tried anything to get out of it? Like physio, massage, chiropractor, etc.?
I actually did try personal training, and also I've tried all these other, videos in the YouTubes and also all those exercises that, you see on online that are so, we're open to. I've tried countless methods, but it just didn't really feel like it. I've also had chiropractic adjustments and it did help, but in a way, however, it wasn't as constant because I didn't know what kind of exercise I was in need of.
And do you know how much money, just roughly, a ballpark will do? So, like, how much money you spent in the past just to fix your lower?
Mhm. I would say easily over $5,000 in Australian dollars.
That's tough. That's tough. Well,
Mm,
I'm glad you don't have to spend that money anymore. Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Now, I think you speak a lot about breathing exercise we've been doing before. So what would you say the
Hmm.
biggest difference between all the exercise we're doing versus all the exercise you tried before with your, chiropractor or, all those training you
Hmm.
with your personal trainer or all those exercises you see on YouTube or online?
I think those exercises that I've done with your program actually focuses more on the functional side, and also because a lot of times where I see these exercises, there are breathing mechanisms and exercises as well, but it's not as in like order. So what I mean by this is that, in order to breathe better when you're in a position where you can't just breathe, it's not like you can just breathe in and out, just, the way you want to do it, but it's all about the posture where you're actually focusing on it. Honestly, I didn't even know that I had to breathe, when I was breathing in, I should take it this to the back and, but rather I was more breathing with the abs instead of the back. So I wasn't having that much of a flow. I think this was the program where I learned that, okay, so breathing properly is the most fundamental in overall. So I think that gave me a really good idea on how to, get better in a way for me. Yeah. For me, I think breathing was the most important aspect, yeah, that I've
Yeah.
taken from this program. Yep.
If
Yeah.
you can go back about 10 years, when you first
Hmm.
started feeling the back pain, right? There's two
Yep.
paths you can go. Do you want to
Hmm.
try to figure this out on your own? Or you wish that we probably could have made 10 years ago, and then I can give you all the briefing, all the structure plan, systematic way to get you out of this? Like, which way would you want to take if you can go back in time about 10 years ago?
Definitely the latter, because you want to get better faster, and you want to be in a better position so that you could heal your low back better until it gets worse. So I would definitely go with the structural way instead of just finding struggling on my own. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I want to add
Mm,
on to that a little because, when I talk to a lot of people, right, when they first
mm,
get
mm,
started, they always trying to
mm.
figure this out on their own. They feel like it's not a big deal, I can get rid of it. So what would you want to tell either your younger self or tell those people who still think that way?
If it's not, how you mentioned that some people think that it's not big of a deal, and that's exactly where I was when I first had it. So I just, I was just thought that it was temporary, and I just let it go. It's gonna get better with some, more sleep, but it is not. Yeah, it is not the way I thought it was, and it has affected me a lot of ways in my life, and for 10 years. So for those people who think that they can figure this out on their own, please try to, think twice, because it's going to affect your life in a lot of sense. Even just by learning how to breathe properly, just, gave me some sense and gave me this more energy.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm really glad that we met,
Thanks.
even it's 10
Me
years,
too.
but everything
Yep.
happened for you.
Well, at least, I met you now, so.
That's great. I know you tried a lot of stuff before, right?
Mm, mhm,
Personal training, a lot of exercise on YouTube, chiropractor.
mm, mm, mm.
And so before you joined the program, what would be your mindset before you joined? Like, were you pretty skeptical?
I was. Yeah, I was. But I just wanted to kind of like have a go, to see where it goes.
What changed or what happened in your decision-making process that make you believe that this is the way to go?
Yes, I was skeptical at the first because, I've tried so many things, but it didn't really work out as much as I expected. So, it was just that I felt like I needed to do something, and I just wanted to have a go. I watched one of your videos, and liked how you describe, and I liked how you kind of like gave the idea to it, and I felt kind of genuine in a way. All those exercises doing as well as the 90-90 exercise that gave me a really good relief on my lower back without doing anything really fancy or anything. So I think that kind of changed. Yeah, that exercise changed the idea. Yeah, being skeptical to having trust and go forward with it. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm really happy for
Did
you.
it make sense? Hope it
100%.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I think for somebody who's maybe listening or watching this video right now, they're on the fence of joining the program and they're looking for
Mm,
some advice. Now, what would you tell those people?
I think this is one of the advice that you gave to your clients that just by getting better with 1% a day is enough. I think that's the advice that I want to give because it may feel like you're just on the same track. It may feel like not you're not having this big relief or any changes, but what I've learned with this program is that you need time. You need to give your body some time because your body was in a really bad position, which is why people start these programs because they're having pain and they have been dealing with it for some time, like me. You got to give your body some time to adjust. And I think sometimes I felt like I was felt like giving up because I was getting better, but then I got bad, and then getting better, and then bad. These kind of repetitive course happens throughout the course, but in the end, your body will, get used to what you're doing with the program, and it will make a difference to, when you first started. So I think that's the advice that I want to give. Take your time. Yeah, even just by 1% is enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So I tell my client this all the time, right? You just have to be 1% better every single day.
Mm,
That's what you need to aim for. Now, you can't go from 0% to,
mm,
80% right off the bat, like in a period of
mm,
2 to 3 days, right? Because
mm,
you've been having pain for quite some time. You didn't get it overnight, so you're probably now going to get rid of it overnight. So once you're
mm,
doing
mm.
the program, you gotta have the right mindset. We're gonna fix you, but in a period maybe 3 to 4 to 5 months period, right? Depending on your
Yeah.
situation, right? It's not gonna be
Mm,
overnight, but I think the process for you will be a little bit slow, relatively speaking, but also super
mhm.
gradual as well. You're gonna have this up and down, but the entire
Yep.
trend will be upward, right? Like a stock market.
Mm, mhm. Yep.
Cool, man. Now, is there anything else you want to add at the end?
Good luck. Wish whoever is watching this, wish you the best. Hopefully this can in a way that you could enjoy these little things that without having any pains. Yeah. Because while I was having these pains, I wasn't really able to enjoy myself with the others going out or doing some activities because I was always fatigued and tired after work and I wasn't able to really do anything afterwards. But now with this having these more exercises and this program, I feel more energized in a way. I have changed in a way that I could kind of like focus myself to enjoy more. It's not just about being physically pain-free, it really gets you to emotionally pain-free as well. Yeah, hope you guys feel that as well. Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. That should be it for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Again, like I said
Well,
before, thank you so much for being here. This means a lot to me. And I think
at
you're going to
all.
be an
Mhm.
inspiration for a lot of other people as well. There are a lot of
Mm,
people out there that are looking for the help, but they don't know who to choose and who to work
mm,
with.
mm,
And they don't know which method is actually going to work for them. Now,
mm,
having testimonials like this,
mhm.
really, we really dig down into the root cause of the problem. And also we dig down to the emotional side, physical side of the pain. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will resonate with you as well. So
Hmm.
thank
Yeah.
you so much for being
Uh,
a role model. Thank you so
not
much.
at all. Not at all.
So first,
You've
again,
gave me,
like I said before, thank you so much for getting on the call and having this courage to share your
mhm.
story. This
Yep.
means a lot to me. And it means a lot to
Mm.
other people as well.
Your program has given me more idea on, I'm studying chiropractic and your program has given me more ideas on, how am I going to treat my patients later. So you gave me this different aspect or different ideas on how to, treat my patients later. So it was a great experience for me as well. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. I'm so happy for you.